Hi everyone, welcome back to Jesus Nuggets with Miss Gay. And today I want to talk about the way God speaks and how we can hear His voice. And when I first started walking with the Lord, I heard everybody talking about the Lord will tell you, just ask the Lord, He will tell you. And I'm thinking, but how do I know the Lord's speaking? How do I know His voice? And one day, not long after I started walking with the Lord, I was talking to someone, and just inside of me, in my head, I heard this soft voice speak. And the voice actually sounded like my voice, but I knew it wasn't coming from me. And that's the first time I remember ever knowing that God was speaking to me. And so for me, I don't think I've ever heard the audible voice of God. I've heard some people say that they have, but for me it's always sounds like my voice, but I know it's not me, because these are things like, I'm like, where did that come from? I would never think about something like that. And it's something normally positive. It gives me peace. So that's how I hear God's voice, or I know His voice, because it does sound like mine. But other ways God speaks, He speaks through the Bible. He speaks through dreams and visions. He speaks through songs, not just Christian songs, but also secular songs, rock music. Maybe Satan did come up with rock music, but God can use anything to speak. And a lot of the times that we don't see the way God speaks is because we keep Him in a box. If you only expect God to speak in a certain way, that's the only way He's going to speak, unless He wants to blow your socks off. But in Numbers 22, 21 through 39, there's a story, and in this story, God spoke through a donkey. And specifically in verse 28, it says, "Then the Lord opened the mouth of the donkey and said to Balaam, 'What have I done to you that you have struck me these 3 times?'" So what had happened, this man Balaam, he was a prophet, and someone had said, "Please come and speak a curse over the children of Israel." And so the Lord said, "Just speak what I tell you to speak." And Balaam went, and the Lord got angry toward him. So he sent an angel of the Lord, and the donkey could see it, but Balaam couldn't. So the donkey was sidestepping it, and he crushed Balaam's foot, and Balaam was hitting him with his stick. And so the Lord opened the donkey's mouth and said, "Hey, why are you hitting me? Haven't I always been a good donkey for you?" But anyway, the point is, the Lord can speak through anything. The Lord has spoken to me through rock and roll music. Matter of fact, a song about a transvestite, and I will never forget it. I was getting ready for church, and I thought, this song about this transvestite was going through my mind. The song's name's Lola. I'm sure a lot of you have heard it. And I was like, "Lord, why can't I get this out of my mind? I should be thinking about Jesus loves me, this I know, and Amazing Grace." But no, I'm thinking about a transvestite. And so the Lord told me, things are not always as they appear. And I knew exactly what the Lord was talking about. And as soon as He told me that song left me. So see, He spoke to me through that song, because in that song, when it's a transvestite, it might look like a woman, but it is a man. So things are not always as they appear. The Bible, I know people always said, the Word is alive. It actually is, but the Word hasn't always been alive for me. And I know that for years, I never understood why the children of Israel were called the children of Israel. And so one day, I was reading, and God showed me why they were the children of Israel, because God changed Jacob's name to Israel, and then Israel had the sons, and those were called the children of Israel. And I never got that. I had read that I don't know how many times. But then I got the revelation from the Lord. This is why they're the children of Israel. And it's like a big light bulb went off in my head. And then he'll speak through other people. But you'll know, he'll let you know if those people are speaking a true word. Because you know that little, your little conscience, or your little, something's not feeling right to me. That's the Lord letting you know that you need to, back away from this. I've been around people, Christian people, and everybody liked them, but there was something I thought, there's something about you I don't like. And I was always thinking there was something wrong with me, but later down, I knew the Lord was showing me there's something about them, because it did all come out. It will all come out. The Lord will show you the truth if you want to know the truth. The Lord speaks through dreams. I've had dreams from the Lord for years. Sometimes very easy to understand, sometimes not so easy. So dreams, if I know how I know they're from the Lord, they'll be very real and they'll stick with me. I won't be able to let these dreams go. I mean, I can remember the very first dream I had from the Lord, and that was in about 1999 or 2000. And that's how I know my dreams are. But I've got people in my life that I can go to and say, hey, will you help me, pick through this dream and interpret it? But what I recommend you do is go to the Lord. If you're like me, the Lord didn't tell me right away what a dream meant. I would have to spend time with him and dig into it and write it down and try to, break down every piece. But it does help if you've got somebody in your life that can help you with this as you start getting practice with it, and as the Lord starts giving you more dreams. And he will absolutely give you the ability to interpret these dreams if he's going to give you these dreams. He doesn't just keep you in the dark. And he speaks in visions. Sometimes I'll be praying and I'll just see something. I mean, just a scene will come to my mind, and I'll know, it might be this is a person to pray for. It might be a situation I'm having in my life that he gives me some insight about. He'll speak in any way he wants to. You can, license plates. I was searching for an answer one day, and I saw these words on this license plate, and I knew they were enough that the Lord was telling me what he was saying. He speaks through numbers. Some people, he speaks through numbers a lot. I see if I'm seeing a specific number several times in a row or over the course of several days, I'll go to my Strong's Concordance and look up that number. Now, if you are seeing a lot of numbers, don't go with the angel numbers. You look in the Strong's Concordance. You can Google Strong's Concordance, and it'll give you the Hebrew and the Greek. And I know I've just been outside walking around, and I'll see something, and I know the Lord is speaking. So don't put the Lord in a box in the way he speaks or the way you've been taught he speaks. People, even Christian people, will say, oh, the Lord wouldn't speak that way. The Lord wouldn't do it that way. Well, the Lord can do anything he wants to. And you read all through that Bible about the way he does things. And he, more often than not, does not do it the way that we expect it to. So if he doesn't do things the way we expect him to, why would he speak to us the way we expect him to? I tell you what, people, we serve a big God. And he does things the way he wants to do things. And I've learned through the years just to open myself up and Say, Lord, speak to me however is the best way that you know I need to hear it. Because he knows I'm thick-headed. And I'm like, Lord, listen, sometimes you got to yell at me and just make it so clear to me as the nose on my face, because I don't want to miss anything. So I always pray, give me the ears to hear your voice. Give me the eyes to see you and to see what you're doing, to see what you want to tell me, Lord. Or even he'll talk to you and have you to talk to other people about stuff. But he will make it plain to you. He doesn't leave you just out there wandering. And when it's time, he'll let you know. You know, you don't have to be thinking, oh man, should I have said that? And the Lord didn't tell me to say it. Did the Lord tell me to say it? And no, confusion is not from the Lord. Satan will want you to be all confused. Now let me tell you something. Satan talks too. But you'll know the difference. Because Satan doesn't come to give you peace. He comes and brings confusion. He'll come and bring doubt. I'm going to tell you, the Lord has spoken one thing, and Satan will come right behind him and start putting doubts in my mind about what the Lord said, and did I really hear the Lord? So those are times you just got to say, listen, you got to shut up. I'm listening to God. And then just press on. But don't ever discount the way God could be speaking. God will speak through children. God will speak through unsaved people. But again, he'll let you know when he's speaking. So look around. Always be ready for God to speak, because God is always speaking. We just have to be in tune with it and let him know, Lord, please don't let us miss a thing. We want to hear your voice. We want to know what you're saying. We want your guidance every day. So that's all I have for this episode of Jesus Nuggets with Miss Gay. I hope you all enjoyed it. I hope you have a wonderful day. And it's almost Friday, woo-hoo, and the weekend, and Sunday is coming. So you all have a great day, and until the next time with another Jesus Nugget.